Birlaji ordered the largest mass suspension in the history of Indian Parliament, suspending 100 opposition MPs. This one episode alone accounted for over 40% of all Lok Sabha suspensions since 2004. On each one, on the Hindenburg issue and the Adani government nexus, you disallowed the motion. On Chinese aggression into our territory, you disallowed a motion. On the one-sided Indo-US trade deal, we had to learn from the US president there's been a trade deal. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, sir. I'd just like to point out that I have between 16 and 17 minutes, sir, and I'd be very obliged if I could finish my allotted time. Today I stand, sir, please. Today I stand on behalf of my party, the All India Trinamool Congress, with a heavy heart, but with a complete clarity of purpose, to support the motion of no confidence against the Speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha for presiding over the liquidation of the functioning of parliamentary democracy. It is richly ironic, it's divine karma actually, that I, the lady MP, who was illegally witch-hunted by this misogynistic government, wrongly expelled by Ethics Committee, which had no power to expel, after a motion in which I was not allowed to speak, where the Speaker, in violation of every principle of natural justice, did not allow me to defend myself, today I am opening the debate for my party in a motion of no confidence against that very Speaker. You can't run away from karma. Dr. Ambedkar said that Parliament belongs to the opposition and the government should always be on trial. On the anvil, he called it. To ensure accountability, the role of the Speaker is that of a neutral arbiter and a keeper of the order of the House. This is absolutely vital to the function of Parliament. John Bercow, the Speaker of the UK House of Commons, said, "I never aspired to be Speaker of the House of Commons simply so I could say I am the Speaker of the House of Commons and tell my children that." So it can't be a matter of ego. It can't be a matter of personal legacy. The post is far beyond that. It is a fitting tribute to the vibrancy of India's democracy and the strength of India's dissenting voices that a motion of no confidence was moved against the very first Speaker of the Lok Sabha, G.V. Mavalankar, in 1954. He was accused of openly espousing the cause of the official spokesperson of the ruling party in all matters and constituted a serious danger to the functioning of the Lok Sabha. Pandit Nehru, who was PM then, participated in the debate, and he said that more time should be allotted to the opposition than to the government benches. Pandit Nehru, as Prime Minister, said this. What is the tradition we are following today? In the next decade, in 1966, there was a second motion of no confidence against a sitting Speaker, against Sardar Hukum Singh. And there it was claimed that he was arbitrarily disallowing questions likely to cause acute embarrassment to the Prime Minister, to ministers, to top leaders and government officials. Sounds familiar? Does it sound familiar or not? 20 years later, in 1987, again a motion was moved against the then Speaker Balram Jakar. Moving the motion was a future Speaker, CPM Somnath Chatterjee. And he said that Parliament is as much in danger from a muted Parliament than from executive authoritarianism. This is what Somnath Chatterjee said. The resolution was critical of Jakar's rulings, which denied MPs the right to move adjournment motions. What do we have today? We have the Honourable Speaker who has not allowed a single adjournment motion. Every morning we come here and like a stuck record, what do we hear? Kisi bhi स्थगित प्रस्ताव का अनुमोदन नहीं दिया गया. Every morning we hear this. But you know something? In the previous 3 instances, something was different. What happened? In each of the 3 previous instances, there was a deputy speaker to preside over the proceedings. In Mavalankar's case, there was Anantasayanam Iyengar, who was then deputy leader of the Lok Sabha in 1954. In 1966, in Hukum Singh's case, the then deputy speaker was S.V. Krishnamurti Rao. He didn't get a chance to preside over the proceedings because the person who brought the motion, he himself, Madhu Limahi, failed to get the requisite 50 people, so the motion failed. In 1987, in Balram Jakar's case, the Deputy Speaker M. Thambuderai presided. But today what do we see? There is no deputy speaker. In the 17th and 18th Lok Sabhas for the past 7 years, the post of the deputy speaker has been kept vacant. Article 93 of our constitution very clearly says that the House of the people shall, the word shall is used, as soon as may be choose 2 members of the House to be respectively speaker and deputy speaker. If the post becomes vacant, immediately another one shall be elected. Then there's Article 95(2) of the Constitution. What does it say? It says during the absence of the Speaker from any sitting of the House of the deputies or the Deputy Speaker, if he is also absent, any other person who can be determined by the House. Today when the debate started, what did we see? The person, no disrespect to the current chairperson sitting there, but there was no consensus, there was no spirit of the House that was taken into account as to who was going to preside over the proceedings. The Speaker, the Honourable Speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha, has achieved many firsts. Unfortunately, all of them have been less than graceful benchmarks. He keeps talking about the vaunted garima of the House, but it has come to a point that the minute the Speaker comes into the House, garima leaves the House. That's where we are today. I'm first going to analyze the Honourable Speaker's inglorious record on a macro level, and then I'm going to dissect it on a micro level. So let's look at the first macro point. Suspensions under Rule 374A of the Lok Sabha Rules and Proceedings. Now, what did we have before? First, we had Rule 374, which required any suspension to go through a formal motion. 2001, Atalji's government, NDA government, you bring in 374A, which gives the Speaker, in case of a grave disorder, without moving a formal motion, he has the right of immediate suspension, without any formal motion. And this rule, the way it has been abused by the current Speaker, is the very antithesis of democracy. It is all that democracy should not be. In December 2023, Birlaji ordered the largest mass suspension in the history of Indian Parliament, suspending 100 opposition MPs. This one episode alone accounted for over 40% of all Lok Sabha suspensions since 2004. In the last 20 years, in one day, he suspended 40% of the total. And why did he do this? What was our grave error? We wanted a statement from the government on the breach of the parliamentary security. Was this not a matter of national importance? You tell us. Let this be a fair and neutral debate. Now, while these MPs were suspended, Birlaji presided over the passage of 3 criminal amendment bills without any substantive discussion. I would say he's criminally complicit in throttling democracy. Criminally complicit in throttling democracy. But this incident was not a one-off for him. Between 2004 and between today, I've listened to all of you, Mr. Pal. We can't speak to you anymore. We have listened to you. Please expunge it.
The word criminally is removed from the record.
Please expunge it, sir.
No,
Please
sir.
Suresh ji, please let me say. Suresh ji, please let me speak, sir.
The word criminally is removed from the record.
Please remove it. Please remove it. It will make him no less a criminal. Please remove him. But this incident was this incident was not a one-off moment for the Speaker. Between 2004 and today, 245 suspension actions were recorded in the Lok Sabha, and half of this total, 120 suspensions, were done by Birlaji alone. And that's not all. He's the only Speaker who has suspended only opposition MPs. 100% of these 120, 112 in the 17th Lok Sabha, and 8 अरे आप बताना बंद कीजिए मार्शल साहब, वो चेयर पे बैठे हैं आप नहीं, वो बैठे हैं चेयर पे आप नहीं, आप बताना बंद कीजिए माइक पे. 120 suspensions have been done by Birlaji alone, and they were all Lok Sabha, they were all members of the opposition. 0 NDA. Let us now look at the numbers for previous speakers. The country has a right to know these statistics. In Somnath Chatterjee's time, 2004 to 2009, only 5 MPs were suspended. Never once Rule 374A used. 4 were suspended due to irregularities in MP lads, and 1 was suspended due to some impropriety on an MP tour. Somnath Chatterjee was a UPA nominee. He presided over turmoil in the House. There was Advani ji was LOP at that time, but he never suspended NDA MPs. He never throttled their voice. He was called headmaster because he used to always scold MPs. He even went so far as to say that you all are misbehaving so much, you should not be allowed a penny of the public paisa to be spent on you. But even then, he never suspended anyone. Then we come to Meera Kumarji. She was also an UPA nominee. She was Speaker 2009 to 14 when Sushma Swaraj ji was LOP.
Honorable MP,
She suspended.
one
Yes,
second. I would like to remind you
Yes, ma'am, sir.
that any MP who suspended is not suspended by the Speaker. The House suspended.
I'm glad that you've been reminded of this by the Honorable
a house.
Marshal,
It is
and
a
I
house.
will
There
take
is a
your point.
process.
And I will
There
say,
is a process, there is a procedure.
yes, sir.
There is a
I-
process, there is a
All right,
procedure.
sir. He presided over
procedure,
it.
the
Sir,
process
can I-
is followed.
Yes, sir. He presided over it, sir. I will change my terminology thanks to the intervention from the Honorable Marshal. Thank you very much. Perhaps we should add a 10th member to the panel. We should add a 10th member to the
No, no.
panel. But anyway, I'm
No,
joking, sir.
no,
I'm
sorry.
joking, sir.
No, no, no.
I'm
No,
joking.
one
I'm
second.
joking, sir.
One second.
All right. Yes,
Please
sir.
hold on.
Yes,
Please hold
sir.
on.
Yes,
No.
sir.
No, this cannot continue like
Yes,
this.
sir. All right.
This is not done.
Okay, sir.
This is
sir,
not done.
sir, let me go. I apologize. Sir,
Her-
let me go
Her
back.
previous sentence is removed
Yes,
from the
sir.
record.
Okay, yes, sir. All right, all right. She suspended.
One
She
second.
is suspended.
One second. Yes, sir.
This type of sly remarks should be removed, and I
Please
request the chair to caution the member to direct from this type of sly remark.
No, one second. No, one second. No, I fully agree. I fully
Go
agree
ahead,
with
please.
Mr. Bharat. I fully agree because the comments are against the chair.
Sir, very good. Please continue. That's fine. Expunge it, sir.
Saugat
Please
Raji,
expunge
please
it,
understand.
sir.
These
Please
remarks are
expunge
against
it.
the chair.
Sir, we are moving a no
Earlier, the
confidence
remarks are
against the
against
chair. Sir, we are moving a no confidence against the chair. Obviously, the comments will be
No.
against the chair. Please let me finish, sir.
Mr.
Please let me, Suresh
Yes,
ji.
sir, Mr.
Suresh ji, please let me finish. Venugopal ji, please let
No,
me
sir.
finish.
No, sir. Please
Arey,
don't
Venu ji, let me
misinterpret.
finish.
Please do not
Arey, you are taking my
misinterpret.
time, Venu ji, please.
While she is supposed to talk on the
Arey,
resolution,
Venugopal ji,
she is
please.
now remarking on the
Arey,
chair.
Venugopal
This
ji,
is not
let
done.
me speak. Let me speak, Venugopal
she's
ji. It's
requesting
okay.
you now
It's
to
okay.
sit down.
It's
Okay,
okay.
sir.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, sir. Okay. So when Meena Kumarji was also a UPA nominee, she was Speaker 2009 to 14. Sushma Swaraj ji was LOP. She suspended a total of 45 MPs, but 70% of these were UPA, mostly Congress MPs from their own party, because they were protesting against the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh. Only 30% were from other parties. Sumitra Mahajan ji, 2014 to 19, suspended 73 MPs during her tenure. Of them, 25 MPs were Congress, 33% over the Lalit Modi issue. Remaining 67% were AIDMK MPs over the Kaveri issue and TDP MPs over the Andhra Pradesh special status issue.
madam, let me again remind you,
Yes, sir.
there is a process, proceedings.
Yes, sir.
Of
It's
the
a way
House.
of
It is the House
speaking,
that
sir.
decides.
She
It is the
presided
House
over,
that
sir.
decides.
Now, sir, you are just interrupting,
No,
sir. It is the presiding over the proceedings.
No,
The second macro
I will
point,
have
sir.
to interrupt you because
Okay.
you are not correcting the course.
Okay, sir. Yes, the second macro point. Arey Venugopal ji.
Sir, honorable MP has requested you not to interrupt her, sir. She has already
No,
requested.
no. The second macro point, sir. The decline in the number of bills being sent for scrutiny to parliamentary standing committees under the guardianship of the Speaker. Let me change my terminology. Parliamentary standing committees were formed in 1993 for what? To scrutinize bills. The 14th and 15th Lok Sabhas, with the UPA governments in the place, sent 60% and 71% of bills to the Parliamentary Standing Committee. What happened in 2014? 14 to 19? The 16th Lok Sabha, only 27% of bills were sent. What happened in the last Lok Sabha? 16% of bills were sent. The way it is going in this Lok Sabha, God knows what will happen. It will become single digit probably. Now let us look for a more detailed dissection. The office of the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha was accorded statutory recognition under the Salary and Allowances Leaders of Opposition in Parliament Act 1977. It is equivalent to that of a cabinet minister in rank. Ram Subhag Singh was the first, Buxar Bihar was the first recognized LOP in the 4th Lok Sabha from the Congress O, which was the Kamraj Morarji Desai syndicate. That was the first time any party had won 10% of seats in the parliament. Now, the first statutory LOP was CM Stephen. He was MP from Idukki in Kerala. Since the post was given statutory recognition, there have been 12 LOPs. 3 times the term has been vacant. Of these 12, 6 were Congress, 5 were BJP, and 1 was Babu Jagjeevan Ram from the Janata Party. So it was been pretty evenly distributed. Each of the BJP LOPs, L.K. Advani ji, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, Sushma Swaraj ji, has had more than their fair share of parliamentary time and spotlight in the correct spirit that the opposition owns the House. It was not denied to them. In 2012, Sushma Swaraj ji, then the BJP's leader in the Lok Sabha, even said, not allowing parliament to function is also a form of democracy like any other form. That we have also seen. So in the Lok Sabha, past speakers have allowed not just the LOP, but also senior members to intervene in debates. For example, former Prime Minister Chandrasekhar ji, when he came back in '96 as the sole member of the Samajwadi Janata Party, often stood up and was allowed to speak. In March 1997, Biju Patnaik ji intervened. There was a Madhya Pradesh BJP MP called Sundarlal Patwa who asserted that the mandate was not actually with Deve Gowda, but the mandate was that of the BJP's nationalism, and the BJP should be allowed to form the government. And Biju Patnaik intervened very sharply, and he said, "You people talk of nationalism. Do you know what is nationalism? You cannot know it. His Rashtravad is breaking up the nation in 20 pieces." Patnaik was neither asked to sit down, nor was the House adjourned by the then Speaker. Contrast that with the current Speaker. In the last Lok Sabha, the 17th, he perfected the art, or under his guardianship, the art of switching off the mics of opposition members mid-sentence, of ensuring Sansad TV paid for by taxpayer money blacks us all out. And when we stand up, when he says this is a technical glitch, that's okay, we believe it, but I'm just pointing it out. It has become a joke within us opposition members that when we stand up for a 0 hour or a supplementary question, we are cut off in 30 seconds saying, "Sankshipt mein boliye, sankshipt mein boliye." And for treasury benches, people are allowed to speak endlessly, make unfounded allegations, lies against all of us. The government has made a circus of parliamentary democracy, and if the Speaker is going to concede to being a complicit ringmaster, it is a very sad day for Indian democracy, a very sad day. In March 25, a delegation of India Bloc MPs met the Speaker. We submitted a letter raising 12 issues, including the failure to appoint a Deputy Speaker, denial of the opportunity to speak to the LOP and other leaders, disregarding the decisions of the BSC. During his term, the Honourable Speaker has systematically throttled the voice of the opposition and by default the representative voice of 41 crore Indians, 410 million Indians. That's who we represent here. He did not allow a discussion on Manipur. We had to move a no-confidence motion just to have a discussion on the issue. Do you remember? I remember the MP from Manipur, Dr. Bimol Ekoijam. He stood up close to midnight, and with such anguish in his voice, he told us that this state of Manipur has been excluded from the national consciousness to the point of invisibility. He had to be given the time at midnight. When BJP MP Ramesh Biduri stood in this house, and he called Danish Ali, another fellow MP, and I'm going to repeat these words because the country needs to remember this was said in this house. He called him a katwa, a Musalman Atangwadi. Birla ji did nothing. You failed not only Danish Bhai, but you failed 200 million Muslims of this country who put their head on their forehead on this soil of this thing. Ramesh Biduri continued the rest of the term merrily. He was never suspended. Birla ji did not allow a discussion of the special intensive revision in Bihar, allowed only a larger electoral reform discussion. On every matter of national importance, we have been disallowed adjournment motions and debates. On each one, I am not yielding. He's an MP, he's not a minister. I'm not yielding to him. On each one, on the Hindenburg issue and the Adani government nexus, you disallowed the motion. On Chinese aggression into our territory, you disallowed a motion. On the one-sided Indo-US trade deal, we had to learn from the US president there's been a trade deal. The government didn't tell us. You disallowed a motion. On the Epstein files, a sitting cabinet minister has a mention of 430 times. Heads in the world over have rolled. You have not allowed us a discussion. Every time we MPs from Bengal have demanded answers as to why the central government is starving Bengal of funds, why our people are being starved of their rightful dues, the Speaker has allowed the treasury bunches and ministers to systematically heckle us and dishonor us and humiliate us. On February 2nd, Birla ji disrupted the LOP's motion of thanks, citing rule number 349 and 353 to bar quoting from an article from the Army Chief of Staff's memoirs. First they said LOP should authenticate, then they barred him from authenticating. Yet on February 4th, a BJP MP designated as prime heckler by the Treasury benches furnished books within the House and continued for 3 minutes. Then rule number 349 was not applicable. It is absolutely incredible, the show of partisanship that the Honourable Speaker informed this House that he had advised the Prime Minister not to come to the House as there is a danger from women MPs.
Yes.
1 minute, sir, 1 minute, I'll conclude. The Prime Minister is too scared to come to this House and the Speaker is covering up for him in this ridiculous
Honourable
manner,
MP Shri T.R. Balaji.
denigrating women without any
Honourable
substance.
MP Shri T.R. Balaji.
No, sir, I have not finished. 1 minute, I have not finished. I have got my last sentence. Speaker, sir,
You already spoke
sir.
for 20
No,
minutes.
I have
You
got
already
28
spoke for 20
minutes.
minutes.
My party has 28 minutes, sir. She is the chief whip. She is the chief whip. Speaker, sir, you are no longer fit to conduct the affairs of this House. I will end by saying to the Honourable Speaker what Oliver Cromwell said to the Parliament in 1653 and what UK Conservative backbencher Leo Amery told the British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain in 1940. You have sat too long here for any good you have been doing. Depart, I say, and let us have done with you. In the name of God, go.
Honourable MP Shri T.R. Balaji.